Hello, good evening. Good evening, everyone. This is Monday. They say Monday is a Monday is a very serious day. I don't know why. We just assume that, oh, okay, um, today is a serious day. See people, uh, I used to have colleagues on Mondays, they don't laugh. They are very serious, about the day, the week. But, well, it doesn't matter which day. It just matters. What matters is knowing exactly what you are doing and being able to do it well. So it doesn't matter. Some people get up in the morning on a Monday morning and they are playing golf instead of rushing to the office like many people. They go to play golf and probably get to the office about 12, about or 1 or 2 o'clock. So what do you have to say about that? It's on a Monday morning, but they don't mind. It doesn't seem to bother them at all. So it doesn't matter which day, just knowing what to do, having a model, having principles that you work on, that can help you achieve what you want to achieve. And this is why we do what we do here at Marketplace Apostles. This is why it's important that you have a mentor or a mentoring, either a mentor or a mentoring platform where you can receive information and knowledge that you need to for your business, to scale your business, to become more profitable. No man is an island. No man is an island. So please, 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 try as much as possible to belong to places like this platform where you can get information, the right kind of information that will help you scale your business. And today, you realize that why is some people selling and others are not selling? Why is it that people are selling and others are not selling? Um, what is the miracle there? What is happening? It's not so much about miracle. It's about doing the right kind of things so that you're able to um, get the right kind of result. And one of those things is understanding the buying cycle. The buying cycle of your customers is like having a peep into the mind of your customers, peeping into the mind of your customers and trying to understand how do they think? What are they thinking about? How do they think that thing which they are thinking? Why are they buying from you and why are they not buying from you? So that you can really sit down and analyze the reason, the trends, the buying trend of your customers, why they buy, what they do. This research and all this information, they are out there. Sometimes some people, they ask me that they have a challenge. I'll give them the book or I'll send them where they can read it. But they still come back and say, look, we need more understanding. We need someone to help break it down for us. So this is the reason why people have asked me a lot of questions, why they are not selling. So maybe this is the reason. I'm just answering everybody. Somebody also that might have this type of challenge, I will can also benefit from this. Okay, so those of you on Instagram, on Facebook, you might want to join us on YouTube and also join us on Zoom. These links are the adverts that you saw. You can always join us there so that you can also participate and see the PowerPoint that I'm using so that it can be more beneficial to you. All right, so let me move ahead with what we're doing today is trying to understand your customers' buying cycle. What is your customers' buying cycle? Okay, let's quickly look at an overview of what we want to discuss today. All right. Every business has its own sales strategy. We all come up with our own sales strategy. Every business is looking at developing a process, a process. And why do they develop process? Because we want to sell. It's all about being profitable. It's all about selling either a product or selling our services to someone. So in-house, it's expected that every business will strategize, come up with a process that they want to use to turn leads and to turn prospects into leads. Leads are those potential customers you are getting in touch with. Leads are now looking at a certain class of the market that you feel that need what you have. So the issue now is you have a strategy. We all have a strategy to get these leads. That's potential customers. And also not to get these leads, but transform these leads into opportunities, and these opportunities and transform them to become real customers, your own customers. But the irony of it is that our customers don't follow this process. We have in-house, we all have in-house strategies, but we do those strategies as if we had a meeting, a town hall meeting with customers, and we came up with a strategy. No, we just felt that this can attract customers, but most of the time it doesn't work that way. Our customers don't follow our processes. Customers act according to their own set of rules. They act according to their own set of real rules based on their what? Based on their challenges, based on their decisions, and based on the budget they have, what they have to available that they want to use to buy. So customers follow their own buying process. They have their own buying process. They have their own way of thinking. And we cannot just assume for customers. I always say here that business is not assumption. It's not assumption at all. Because when you assume something, the cost of assumption is very, very high. So you need to understand, take a peek into the mind of your customers. You need to understand how customers process things in their mind. And that is the essence of this presentation, really. So understanding how your customers buy and now linking that knowledge, that information to your marketing efforts, it will pay off. Understanding how your customers buy, linking it to now your pricing, it will help you in the long run. Understanding how your customers buy, linking it to your sales process to mirror their own buying process, the customer's buying process, will help you do what? It will increase the conversation. At least the important thing is that you are conversing with them, and it also help you to boost retention, to retain them. And this is the essence of why you do what you do, and to decrease the cost of sales. So what you want is that you want to understanding how they buy will open up that channel for you to begin to have a rapport with your customers. And when you have a rapport with your customers, you even get to know more about what they want. And knowing more about what they want will help you retain those customers. So this is what I'm saying. And if failure to align to your processes is also one of these, to align to your processes, their processes, is one of the mistakes that entrepreneurs make. They feel that they understand what their customers want, and most of the time they make mistakes there. So this presentation is to help you look how you can optimize your sales process and to optimize your sales process to match your customers' buying circle. This is the essence of this presentation. So you see, a customer's buying circle is like a journey. It moves one step to the other, from one step to the other, from one step. So it's a journey, it's a customer's journey. So you understand the route. It's just like you are traveling from one state to the other. Maybe you are traveling from Port Harcourt, you are traveling to Enugu. You understand, if you leave here, you get to Aba. You leave Aba, you get to Umuahia, to Okigwe. You begin to enter into Enugu. You realize that you already know those bus stops. So now you understand the traffic that can be in Aba. So you know if you have to take a certain route. You understand what happens in Umuahia. So when you get there, you know the best options that you need to take. And until you get to Enugu, you understand the steps and all the stops there that can help you. So this is what understanding the buying circle of customers can do for you. You know, this is how it can help you be able to navigate your journey of making sure you convert every lead to become a customer. All right. So what is a buying circle? Because now we're talking about a buying circle. The buying circle is also what is called the purchase circle. It's the process a customer goes through when purchasing a product or service. You might not know it, but internally, mentally, the customer is going through this same process. It happens to every customer. Why? You know, just look at when you go to a shop or you go to a shopping district or shopping area where all of them sell the same thing. Maybe you're going to buy a spare part, for instance, and all of them are lined up in the same market, spare part market. Why is it that you end up buying the first shop you enter might not be the shop you end up buying? Is because whether you know it or not, you are processing some certain things. When you are discussing with these people as the customer, things are going through your mind. So whoever is selling must understand which stage where you are. When they say, so what are you looking for? The way you answer, they will know each step, which stage of the buying circle you are in, and they begin to tackle you based on the buying circle they think that you are in. And the more you do it, the more you perfect it, and the more you're able to sell well. You know, because customers move through a series of purchasing stages in the cycle as they educate themselves and move closer to making a final buying decision. So it's those purchasing stages that are important for you to know them. So when you ask a question or you say, so what do you want? What are you looking for? You know where they are. Or somebody calls your line and say, I saw your product on the internet. And by the time they speak, you know which stage they are in. So you start tackling it to make sure they move to the next step until they get to the final stage. Okay, so the buying circle stages. While the exact buying circle may look different for every product and service, every customer goes through a certain process. And that process is one of the processes that they go through is realizing that they have a problem. So when customers realize they have a problem, they begin to consider options. And when they see options now, they want to make a decision which option is the best for them before they begin to now purchase a solution or one of the options. These processes customers go through. Oh, I have a problem. Oh, I have a need. And so let me begin to look out there on the internet, or let me visit the market physically to see what options are there. Let me begin to ask questions. Then when those options are made, they now begin to make a decision. After making a decision, they will purchase. So these are things that every customer needs to go through at every stage they find themselves. Okay, so each stage requires a different set of strategy to compel the customer to move to the next stage. There are five stages of the buying circle. The essence is not to take them from stage 1 to the final stage. The essence is to take them from one stage to the next stage. When they are convinced about that next stage, you keep moving them from one stage to the other, from one stage to the other, until they get to the final stage. So each stage requires a different set of strategy to compel the customers to move to the next stage, because they expect different interactions with you depending on the stage they are in. Your goal isn't to make a sale at the first stage or the second stage or even at the third stage. Instead, focus on moving them from one stage to the other. And these stages are the stages I'm going to introduce to you, and so that you understand them well, because you cannot jump each stage. You cannot jump each stage of the buying circle. If they start talking to you and they are not in stage 1, it means they have gone through that stage with somebody else coming to you before coming to you. So you must pass through that stage. You have no control over the stage your customers are at any particular point in time, because they are in the driving seat, but you are the one that directs the traffic. It's like you are the traffic warden that directs them where to go, or points them where to go. And you are skilled in being able to guide them and to point them to where they need to go. All we need to do now is to align our strategies. What we need to do now is to align our strategies and sales process to match each customer in the purchasing circle, the purchasing stage they find themselves. Okay, so now let us look at each of these stages of the buying cycle, so we can have more better understanding of what is required of what each stage of the buying cycle. There are 5 basic buying cycle stages, so we take a look at them one after the other. The first one is the stage of awareness. The stage of awareness. This is the first. This is the first stage. Awareness is the first stage of the buying circle. Here, you are creating awareness for what you have to offer. Very important, because there will be no process if you don't even have anything to offer in the first place. So you must have something to offer before you can start the buying process. It's just like going to take a shop in a market where you don't have any product. Doesn't make sense. So you must, if you have a product, you must let us know you have a product before we begin to consider. So potential customers understand that they have a problem. We have established that before somebody can proceed into these buying stages, he must have those 4 things I've told you. He must recognize that I have a problem or I have a need that needs solving, and they begin to search for solutions. So it's at this stage that companies tend to put the most effort in their marketing. Since you are telling them, oh, when you realize that light goes off your head that you need a solution, or you have a problem and you need a solution, you had better be prepared, so that when they start looking and asking for options, they will come to you. Since the potential of reaching new customers is only limited to the size of the market. So because you are in the market, you need to shout. It's like shouting, I am here, I am here, look at me. I'm creating an awareness. You can do that in so many ways. Now, internet. You can do that on social media. You can do that from your website. You can do that. Social media and digital marketing consultants can help you if you don't know that. You can also do physical, if you want to do physical advert, TV, radio, television, billboard, whatever form of media outlet you want to use is fine. But important thing is that you need to get the word outside that I'm doing this. So now I always tell people, when you want to do an advert, don't just say I am selling this. create a problem, that I am solving a problem, rather than telling people I am selling this, I am selling like what? Let me instead of saying, okay, I'm selling cement, you are going to market in such a way that you are providing building materials, solution to building materials. If whatever it is, let people see the end result of what they can get, rather than just telling us you are selling this. Because customers come to you not because you are selling. Customers come to you because they have a problem or they need a solution. So in your advert, push out the solution they want to see. Push out the solution. Maybe raise an awareness of their problem and their solution, rather than putting the product. The product is the final stage where they will come. So awareness is to say, guys, I have that solution to a particular thing. So as soon as potential customers become aware of your product and services and how it can solve their problem, they will now move to the next stage. So at awareness, you have to do a lot of work, especially if you're a new entrant into the market. You need to really shout. You need to really put it out there. You need to, that is where advertisement comes. You are putting it out there for people to know. Platforms or places where you can push it out, you push it out. Facebook is good. Internet is good. Facebook will help you even with demographics. If there's an age limit, an age gap of people that need your product and service, Facebook can help you narrow it down to people that need it. And so whatever you're doing, social media can help you. Then you can also research which other media outlets can help you. So, but there are a lot of them now. If you say you don't have money for traditional media, social media is there. It works, and it has worked for a lot of people. The main thing is to shout as much as you can and take it out there. Why? Just to create awareness. I am here, I'm alive, I have this product. So that when customers want to begin to search, you will also be part of the people they will be looking at. So once you have created that awareness, and I want you to shout well that I have this product. Once you have done that, customers will know that you exist. Then you can move them to the next step. And what is the next stage in their journey? That is consideration. So now they know you are there, but you're also there with a lot of other people. So you are just another product, another company. But the thing is, just register that you are there. You're another company, another face, you're another product. It doesn't matter. But let it be that you are there. Because once they know that you are there, even though they don't trust you, you now qualify for the next phase, the next stage, which is consideration. Okay, so that the second stage of the buying cycle is consideration. At this stage, what is happening is where your work as a salesperson starts to make a difference. This is now where salespeople can begin to make a difference. The customer is out there searching. So one thing is clear, the customer already knows that he has a problem or he has a need. Let me use need so that I'm not saying problem all the time. So that you know the customer now knows that he has a need and is searching for solution to his need. So your product had better be in the market. When he's searching, doing Google search, your product had better be among the first 10 that he will see, preferably among the first 3. You can do Google optimization or search engine optimization so that your product will be out there. Because now, if you want to Google something, when you Google, they'll give you the first 6, 7, 8, 10, depending on what comes out. And most people don't have time to go to the second page, the third page. You know, they just take what they see. So Google optimization or search engine optimization can help bring your product and service. It's not difficult to do. People that do it can help you, advise you on the best way you can do it. But another thing is that everything is out there. You can teach yourself how to do it, and so that your product will come up for consideration. Because if your product doesn't come up for consideration, then there's no use. Your job at this stage is to provide detailed information. Now, the advert at awareness might not carry too much information, because it's just projecting the problem and the solution and putting your name, your logo. But now, okay, it looks like these people are serious. Let me now get down and begin to see what they can do. So it's at this stage the salespeople begin to provide detailed explanation how your product and services can solve their problem better than that of competition. Listen to me, don't push, I have a good product. Don't even tell anybody my product is better. Bring out the problem and you have the solution. That is value. I don't want you have 2 million people doing the same thing. Example for me now, training. I do training, one of my products, one of the services I offer, and I have training products. So I'm not going to come to you and begin to tell you, oh, I have the best training institute in the whole world. Our courses have transformed life, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to go straight. There is an issue like never before. Like never before. This coronavirus is coming with an intent. People are stranded. So people need to understand entrepreneurship, how to raise, understand business business development. Now I want to sell that particular business development. Look, your product might be going down, but you can develop other businesses. Do you know that at this institute, we can offer solutions for business development, so that when there is a lockdown or in the midst of pandemic, you are churning out businesses. You know, somebody will say you have created the problem. Pandemic is the problem, and most people, their businesses were slow or they lost their businesses. Now somebody can teach me how to continue to generate. So it means that you have presented two things, and person can say, oh, these people, okay, let me click Marketplace Apostle and see what they can offer. Now I've created the awareness. Now they are coming to consideration. So when they now come to consideration, which leads them to the website or wherever you're leading them to, you can now, that's when you give them details, more details of how your solution can solve their needs better than competition. You must always have competition at the back of your mind, because you are not the only person doing that. You are not the only person doing it. So you must always direct it in line with competition, making sure you are better than competition. And after that, you also going to tell them the benefits of the experiences they can have after this particular thing has solved their problem. So one of the benefits of understanding business development is that you can develop business wherever you are, in whichever country or continent. So it's a skill that stays with you, is a soft skill that stays with you. So these are now the catch and the things that you bring out that will help them begin to consider. So once customers are convinced that they need to purchase that package, that solution to their needs, whether it means your product or that of competition, they make sure then now they are moving to the next stage of the buying cycle. We started from awareness to consideration. Once you have spoken to them, so now somebody is telling you, I have a need to know how to create business. I'm not going to start talking to him about awareness. He already has that awareness because he has contacted two of you are talking. He already knows he has a need. So now what I'm going to be talking to him about, consideration. Consider why I'm better. When he now begins to nod his head, then you know that he's ready for the next stage, which is intent. Now, intention to buy. This is where they make the decision. And that is the third stage, intent. In this stage, the decision makers pitch the various alternatives against each other. So the various options against each other. Okay, I talked to 5 companies. Now they're beginning to look at the alternative. It had this intent. So when a customer is telling you, but this man's product is this, but you realize that is at the stage of intent. When he's telling you about your competitors, telling you, when I was in Lagos, I saw this product now. When maybe if I go to Lagos, I'll go back to that person. You know that that person is on the third stage. So you start working on him because the intent is already there to move him to the next level. So you are not going to start all over again to bore him with stage 1 and stage 2. You just go straight to intent, and because now he's weighing all the options based on what? Logical. When you want to talk to him, be logical about it. You know, he's trying to make the most out of logical, emotional. This is where you begin to appeal to his emotions and also appeal to his financial sense, that you are offering him something cheaper. Let him begin to see that you are offering him something cheaper, you know, because a lot is going through his mind now, financial, emotional. How does he appeal? Somebody can buy something based on emotions. Valentine is coming now. What you will not normally buy for your spouse or your loved one, you will be able to buy. It's easy for somebody to convince you to buy something for your spouse now that you wouldn't normally want to buy. Maybe somebody say buy gold for your wife 2 months ago. There is no motivation. But now this thing is coming. Maybe you might want to do something for her because of Valentine. This is where you know the Valentine is like a yoke on every man to be able to show that they love their spouse. So what do you want to do? It's easy for me to now begin to hit that emotional part and pitch that emotional part, and also telling you, you don't need to spend too much money. This one is cost effective. You know, giving them those logic. This is what how you follow them up in this third stage of intent. So your sales team's job now is to convince the customers in this way that out of the potential solution, they might be considering yours and your product. They should choose your own product because of all this. You have considered an appeal to their emotions, appeal to their logic, and appeal to their finances. So it's easy for them to say, okay, it's not that expensive. Okay, why do I need to go and buy it in Lagos when I can buy it? After all, they begin to calculate what is the cost implication if I'm going to bring it from Lagos, if I'm going to buy it from here. You know, it's at that point that they are making those things. So that is when you are going to be, you know, harping on the cost of, sir, you have to put it in a plane or put it in a vehicle. How about security? How about safety? How about all those things? So by the time you are saying, this is the time that you are using logic to get them and make them make that purchase. You know, it's a dicey stage because they are like hanging on a thread. But the more you keep going at it, telling them the basic things that they need to understand, you know, that they need to know, it becomes easy for you to move to the next stage. Eventually, every customer will be ready to pull the purchase trigger, which is what you want, and then proceed to the first stage. And the first stage is the stage of purchase. Now their intent has been made. You know that they've finished consideration. You know that they know what they want to do. Now is the time for you to proceed to the next stage of purchase. So the customer has decided on the product they want. Hopefully it is yours. I want to hope that it is yours. For your own sake, you have done the first 3 stages well, it is yours. But if the customer does not choose on yours, it means it's time for you to improve a bit. Go back to the first step, second steps, third stages, and say, how can I do these 3 stages better so that the customers can purchase? It might take a while, but make sure you go back. If it doesn't work, if 5 customers come into your shop and they don't buy, then you cannot push them to the stage of buying, then you have to go back. You have to go back to the drawing board and go back to awareness. Maybe you need to create more awareness to get the right kind of customer that will buy. You need to go back to consideration. You need to go back to intent and see what can you do there better so that you can push. Like I said, each step is concentrate on each stage. And what is your focus? Keep pushing them. Keep pushing them until the 4th stage of purchase. So even at this stage, the job is not done. It's crucial to develop an ongoing relationship with the customer. Even after they have bought and they have gone, maintain that relationship with them because it will help you in the next stage. And support them in their problem finding journey. Staying in contact and also creating opportunities. Staying in contact can create opportunities and persuade customers to purchase again. And that is why you need to have a relationship with your customers even after they purchase. Not because they purchase, you leave them. No, continue to have a relationship with them, and that is what will make them to purchase again or to renew their subscription if it's a subscription-based sales or agreement or transaction that you have, which leads us to the 5th and final stage is what? Repurchase, reorder, continuous purchase. This stage takes a look at things differently depending on what you're selling, because now you've gotten them, you have kept that relationship going. What you want to achieve in this 5th and final step is to make sure they continue to buy. Is to make sure they continue to buy. If the product you sell is perishable, example for food, consumables, and all that, it's most likely you will see the customer make a reorder very soon. But if it's not something that is perishable, you know it takes a longer period of time, a longer time for them to make a reorder. So that's why relationship and after sales services is very, very important so that they will come back and make that purchases. So if it's a subscription company, if it's a subscription-based company, you know, like if you have a contract line with any of these telecoms, so it is at the end of the buying cycle, you know whether they are going to recharge, reorder again. So whatever the thing is, you must strive not just to sell, but you must strive to continue to sell, to continue to purchase, to continue to make sure they order, and that is why you are in business, for that reorder. This stage can and ideally will repeat indefinitely. So it's where where companies frequently find their biggest opportunities in repurchase, in reorder, for increasing their revenue. I must put this in the midst of stiff competition. Most people focus on reorder because this is where you can steal customers from your competitors. Your competitors have gotten it right from the first stage to the 4th stage. This affects Nigerian customers, Nigerian businesses a lot. To get their customers to the 4th stage, and they become lackadaisical. When you come to order things, they'll tell you to wait, they'll talk to you because they've taken your order, they know you will come back and buy. At this point, if they don't have stiff competition, they will tolerate you for a while. Customers will tolerate you for a while. But if customers have stiff competition, they will move. So this 5th and final stage is very, very important, because this is where you can take all your customers, your competitors' customers, because of you are keeping in touch with them and after sales services. It's very, very important for this final stage. So why is buying cycle? Why does it matter? Why buying cycles matter? Even the most successful entrepreneurs only convert a little percentage of the potential customers. The rest are still on stage 1 to stage 4. So maybe someday they'll be able to make it to stage 4, which is purchasing stage or not. So it's very important you understand this cycle and make sure you strive at each stage to push your customers to the next. Without a strong understanding of your target customers' mindset when buying a product, you will end up putting in a lot of effort in sales and marketing and never capturing these customers. So it doesn't make sense that you spend a lot of money, a lot of time on social media and other media outlets that you choose and is not converting. Is because you have not taken cognizance of the fact that there are 5 key buying circles that you need to understand to push your customers, keep pushing them to the next level. That is why buying circles matter a lot. Seeing your product through the customer's eye is very, very important. Understanding what draws the attention in each of these stages of the buying circle is the path, believe me, is the path to a thriving business. Okay, so in conclusion, in summary, you need to optimize every stage of the buying cycle. You cannot spend too much time on one and leave the other. If you spend all your time on one, and maybe even on 2 and leave the rest, you will realize that you are losing out. You are still at one side of the circle. You are not completing the circle, and you will see that you are not making progress with sales as you ought to or as you desire. You can't short circle this buying process. You cannot. You cannot. You must understand it because every buyer goes through this stages. So instead, optimize your sales and marketing effort for every stage of this purchasing cycle. You must optimize. Next week, Monday, I'm going to teach you how to optimize each step of this buying cycle. That's like the part 2 of the buying cycle, optimize. Today, I just want to make you understand what buying cycle is. But next week, we will now say, what are the things I can do so that I can help you see how you can optimize it more next week. So please don't fail to turn out next week for the part 2 and the second part of this presentation. I know people have disturbed me a lot. Most of the presentations I do is answer to somebody's question or solution to somebody's need or problem. So this buying circle is what I know that will answer a lot of people's needs. It will answer to a lot of people's needs. So understand this buying circle. Next week, Monday, we will optimize. I'll show you how to optimize them, for effectiveness. We need to know these things. Business is not assumption. Don't assume that, oh, I have my own internal strategy. We have internal documents. It's for you and your company. It's not for the customers. You are not in control of the mind of the customers. But if you understand buying circle, you can influence the mind of your customers. You can turn it to the mind. You can turn it for them to purchase, which is the main reason why you are in business. Okay, so I round up next week on this, and I know that it will be helpful for you. Also, I would like to let you know that on Wednesday by 4 p.m., I'm live answering questions. Like I've said many times before, I've done this presentation. You can ask me question now, but you can't ask me question now, but you can but you can ask me questions on Wednesday, and I'll be able to answer you on Wednesday. So what you just need to do, put out your questions on my DM, and I will answer it on Wednesday by 4 p.m. And I don't only do business leadership and career because I'm known in those areas. Yes, business leadership and career. I've been known for close to 20 years for that, or over 20 years. But I also do personal finance. I also talk of relationships, marriage, relationships, both corporate and personal, and marriage and life issues. I'm also a life coach, outside being a business and leadership coach. So if you have questions, please don't hesitate. That's the reason why I am here doing the things that I'm doing to be of help and contributing my own quota. We started this during the pandemic when I couldn't train in my classes in my business school. So it's like, let us take some of these courses there and give it out for free, and so people will be able to learn. Those that turn in, it will benefit them. So this is what my own give back, to people, and also get people to say, okay, we want courses in this. So if you want different courses in business development, in customer sales, leadership management, if you want a course, those ones are paid for. You can reach out for it. If your organization wants management courses, leadership courses, we do that. If your church, if your whatever organization you belong needs these services in this area, this is where we come in and do it for you. But we continue to give out this CSR. This is free, it's not charged. But the only way you can thank us is also to, if you know people that want to do these courses, then please hook us up. We will appreciate that, and we'll do it for you. But notwithstanding, we will be able to continue to come. I mentor people. A group of people I mentor every week. They can ask me direct questions. They have my contact, and I can talk to them. I've chosen to have in-house because I might not do all the mentoring here, but I have a close group that I mentor on WhatsApp. There's a link there. I think if you look down on this, those of you on Facebook and Instagram, you will see it. It's Linktree /Uche Onochie, but it's spelled like this: linktr.ee/Uche Onochie. It's Linktree, linktr.ee/Uche Onochie. So if you are interested in Banji, put it up on Facebook. Okay, how about Instagram? Okay, so if you want, or you know someone that wants to belong in that closed group, yeah, please hook them up for us, so that I'll be able to continue this mentoring, since we can't do all that. So I hope to see you on Monday. Please invite someone for the Monday about the buying circle. Tell them about it. And I think if you go to our YouTube, you'll be able to see almost all of these presentations on YouTube. So visit Uche Onochie on YouTube, and you will be able to see this presentation. Invite someone. It's important that we all grow, our businesses grow. So invite someone and let us benefit from all this. So see you on Wednesday. I'll see you on Monday. Have a good night's rest, and God bless you guys.